Hey everyone, I hope you've been enjoying my write-up of the unidentified wormholes. I said on part 1 of my report that I planned on producing several small videos, but I felt it works a little bit better to make a longer video just covering all of the rooms in one go instead. I'd recommend viewing this video after reading part 3 of my write-up of the unidentified wormhole complexes, as it will reference a few of the rooms that are explained there. I'll show you the rooms as they appear in the order of the complexes and what names our group gave to them. It should be a fairly quick run through, as we won't have to worry about explaining any of the NPCs. I'll also finish off the video with the somewhat dramatic end that we encountered on our final run through the last complex. This will eventually take you through the final 3 rooms. First off is what we simply dubbed the entrance. This is what you arrive at when you walk to the complex beacon in the unidentified wormhole systems. You can see it's a single acceleration gate with 4 superstructures around it. While the entrance isn't dead spaced, warping to 0 won't land you on top of the acceleration gate. You'll end up roughly 50 kilometers away and you'll still have to burn to it. Once you pass through the entrance, you'll arrive at the lobby. This is a room where the fleet will first split up. You can see there's an acceleration gate on the left and an acceleration gate on the right. The blue sphere-like object is a rift. You will find these in all of the rooms that you enter. Using this rift at any time in any of the rooms will return you back to the entrance. For the sake of making it easier to explain, I will call the acceleration gate on the left Alpha and the one on the right Beta. Progressing through either one of these gates in the lobby will take you to what we call the transitioning room. In this case, I took the gate on the left, which was Alpha. Now this is one of the rooms that changes depending on which complex you're in. In this variant, we have 2 gates. The one on the left is labelled simply Acceleration Gate, while the other is labelled Alpha Access Gate. The access gates are the ones that require unlocking before you can pass through them. We will proceed through the standard acceleration gate to reach the beta access room. In this room you will find a hackable access unit and an acceleration gate to return us back to the previous transitioning room. In this case, it is a beta access unit. This means that a successful hack of this unit will unlock the beta access gate. In the lobby, we took the route down the alpha side on the left, leaving the beta side on the right. So essentially, activating the lock on the left side of the complex, or the alpha side, unlocks the gate on the right side, or the beta side of the complex. Repeating this procedure again once you've passed through these 2 sets of access gates is then required. Instead, they are now listed as Gamma and Delta gates. Once these 2 units are hacked, everyone will be able to reach the final rooms. Here I am in the Gamma transitioning room. As you can see in the local channel, it is announced once the hack has been successfully completed on either side, and the gates are then opened or closed. Here we progress into the antechamber. Now this was the final wormhole complex that we did. In all the previous wormholes, once we reached this room, we never actually encountered a drifter battleship. But this time, unexpectedly, we did. So after a brief moment of panic, we realised we couldn't afford to destroy the drifter, as the Doomsday would no doubt take one of our ships. And as this was the final op, we was running a bit short on ships as it was. So we decided to ignore everything in the room and rush for the final acceleration gate. This would take us into the hive. Now, the initial plan once we got into the hive was to get everyone in and cloak up on warping, but after the Hikanta Tyrannos opened fire on one of our Stratioses, we decided to give it all or nothing. The point of making our way through this complex is ultimately to get to this room, to kill the Hikanta, as they carry the indexes. These indexes are what is entered into the vaults that give you the elements. Now, as this was our final wormhole, the indexes we would get here from killing the Hikanta would have been useless, as we had already completed the complex and got the elements from that complex. So, as we had lost ships along the way here, the critical thing was to keep the Hikanta occupied long enough for us to get the elements from the vault. We successfully managed to accomplish this. The final bit which did surprise me is the Hikanta here decided to kill my pod. Now, I'd heard stories of this actually happening in the past, but never actually happened to me or witnessed it myself. So, as you can see here, it does definitely happen. That just about wraps up everything I wanted to show you in this video. I hope it helps. I'd love to hear any feedback and how you got on with your own ops, if you decided to take the plunge and give it a go. Let me know down in the comments. Cheers.